Hey guys, this is UC Believes, and okay, I think some persons don't know my actual name. My actual name is Onyebuchi Christian Uche, but you can actually call me UC Believes if you see me outside again. So today I want to talk about the four elements of any speaking engagement. I believe some persons actually think that the elements of speaking engagement are like just limited to that four, but the truth is there are so many, right? But in this particular case, we're going to be talking about these four elements because it governs the whole activities, like everything that are involved in the speaking engagement. So, okay, number one. Yes, your audience. Your audience are actually the very first element you look out for when you're preparing any speech or getting ready for any speech engagement. There's nobody here, right? And I'm confident speaking right now. But the truth is, who are you actually speaking to? I'm speaking to you guys. Me. Yes, you. I'm actually speaking to you because I know for sure that I have the audience on my social media platforms, and these people are the ones listening to me, and they're the ones taking in my content, right? So I have to give it value. So for you, the speaker, the one who is going to anchor or moderate a panel session or going to give a keynote speech, my dear, you have to believe that your audience are the very first element you consider. Know the kind of audience you're going to speak to. Know the type, the demography. You know the whatever they get, what they are into, right? Maybe say we are looking at CEOs, executives, and all this stuff like that. Oh, you're talking about teenagers. Teenagers. Yes, teenagers. You're actually going to give them a different atmosphere entirely. You can't be talking to teenagers that are sounding like. Okay, so number four is actually going to be this, and everyone is going to do. No, for the love of God, you need to do something different. And look at it, teenagers are vibrant, youths are vibrant. You need to act like one of them, to actually reason like them, to behave like them, but don't become one of them. In a sense that, okay, so I want to speak to a group of teenagers, and I have to give you that energy. I have to give you that charisma. You don't need to see the adult in me. Oh wow, yeah. I get that. So, your audience is actually the very first element you look out for whenever you are planning any speech or preparing any speech at all or getting ready for your speech engagement. You get that right? So, get your audience set, know who the target audience are, know the demography, ask questions from the convener, and let them fill you up with who you're going to be speaking to. And let's say speaking to anyone. Yes, speaking to. But the truth is, it's very important, right? Very, very important. And guess what? I decided to dress this way because I know that people listening might be from Benue and others as well might enjoy this you get. So let's move on to the next word. Number two. Number two is actually one of the things that makes it like, let's say 30 to 40 to 50%. Yeah, let's just say 50% of your speech. Yes, the message. Yeah, your message. It's very important, right? It's very important in every speech engagement. I am going there because I have something to say. If you have value to offer, your value is the message you are giving out to your audience. And your audience are there because of that value you are coming to give them. So tell me, what is a speaking engagement without the message? What is a speaking engagement without your audience? Now, do you understand? Your message is one of the most important elements you cannot take out of the picture. You need to do it the way it is meant to be. Prepare your message in a way that it suits your audience. Now, can you see the reason why I started with audience? You know who your audience are right now. And the next is the message. So prepare your message in the way that it's going to suit your audience. Prepare your message in a way that your audience will be of like interest, like it arouses the interest in them. They want to listen more. They want to listen. They want to get involved. Right? Yes, that's it. So get your message ready. Get your message in line with who your audience are, and then have a sequence for your message. And your message is very important, like I've been saying since. I don't know why I'm saying that. But your message is like very, very important. You can't rule that out as well. That's why they're called elements. They are things that makes up your speech, right? Without them, your speech might look incomplete or like total nonsense. So I don't see myself passing out a message, right? Like I'm just coming here and I'm just talking at random. You won't get anything. But when I speak to you in an articulated manner, in a particular sequence, taking it from this step to that step to that step, and then you understood from one step to the other that this previous step is important for us to get the next step. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So that is it. Get your message ready, get your message in line with your audience. Make sure it is something that will arouse the interest of your audience to want to pay close attention to what you say. So let's move on to number 3. Number 3, the purpose. Why am I doing this? Am I doing this to entertain you? Oh, you think I want this to entertain you, right? It's part of it. No, it's part of it. But the truth is, I am doing this to educate you. Yes. Now, in public speaking, public speaking has different purposes, right? Either you speak to inform, you speak to entertain, you speak to educate, or you speak to do a business. And when we talk about business, you're looking at the negotiation or the persuasive aspects or sales. Yeah. So even as a businessman, you need public speaking. You need to improve your communication skills. You cannot rule communication out of our personal development, out of our growth process. No. You cannot. Okay, I'm beginning to act like one housewife. Okay, so back to me being your siblings. So you can't move it out, right? You cannot. So the purpose for which you're speaking on that stage as a comedian is to make them laugh. As a keynote speaker is to educate them, right? As let's say an event anchor that is into full-time MC makes you laugh and rest like that. Yeah, we also have that. As a newscaster, to inform us. But the fact is, you can't take these guys out of the picture. So what are you speaking to do? Are you speaking to inform? Have it in your mind that this is the purpose for which I am speaking. Yes, that is the purpose for which you're speaking. Number 1, to inform. Number 2, to educate. Number 3, to entertain. And then for business, sales, negotiation, and persuasion. Hello? Do you understand? So, as I was saying, let's go back to being Christian again. So, it's very important for you to, develop this mindset that there is a purpose for which I'm going to speak. I'm not just going there to say jargons. I'm not just going there to, what's that word again? To talk. No, I am going there to pass value. I am going there to dish out a message that would impact the lives of these guys. And from that day, I'll begin to hear, I'll get feedbacks. Oh, I just made the last one. Sorry. So that's what leads us to what the last element is. Are you ready for it? Now for the number 4. I said number 4. Yes, number 4. Yeah, number 4 is feedback. You know the moment when you're actually speaking and your audience is doing this, or they're doing yes, right on, pastor, even when you're not a pastor, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's part of the feedback, right? And then if you're in an online or virtual, let's use the word virtual class, virtual engagement, you're not seeing these guys, you're not seeing the faces, what you do? Get feedback. Feedbacks are actually important because they help you know how well you're doing, right? Now, there's so many ways to get feedback. One way is to video yourself. The other way is to record yourself speaking, not video. Audio is audio record, not video record. So you record yourself speaking and then you listen to yourself speak and know how authentic your voice is, how audible your voice is, how audacious your voice is, the tone and the rise and tone. You get what I'm saying, right? You understand? So the intonation, the pitch, the this, the that, the enunciation, the fluency, everything matters in speaking. So those can be feedbacks, right? You listen to them, you can give someone to listen to them, and then the person listens to them and tell you this is what they get from it, this is what they understand, this is what they believe you can do better. How about the video? What is it there for? There's so many things. One of which is the facial expression, and then the other one is the body language you get, and then the next one is maybe you're dressing, maybe you didn't put something well, like let's say I didn't do this well, or let's talk about hand gestures. How do you use this? There are people that don't know how to use this. You get your voice is rising, but your hand is actually coming down. Like, wow, how? Come on, it is wow, not wow. It doesn't work that way. Do you understand right now? So the video actually helps you get that kind of feedback, right? And then you then talk about getting responses from those guys while you're teaching. You can say, you can give me a thumbs up, you can unmute your mic and say, I hear you, sir. You can unmute it, like my mentor usually says, Asha, you'll be like, can somebody just say, I hear you, sir? And then you'll be like, everybody will be like, I hear you, sir, I hear you, sir. That way he knows that we're still with him. He has not lost us. And then another way to get feedback, like if your audience are actually listening to you, is to ask them questions based on what you've taught in that few minutes. Okay, so from the back, can we get someone who will just list 2 or 3 factors that I mentioned earlier, and then somebody will rise and speak? Do you understand? It means you're giving out something. It means they're getting what you're saying. They understand what you're saying. They believe in what you are saying. So don't disbelieve in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Do something today. So back to this. I don't know. I love acting, and acting is one thing I love doing the most. But at this point, we are not acting. We are actually speaking, right? I'm informing you. I'm educating you, and I am helping you to be a little bit entertained. So back again to what we say. Sorry. Okay. Now feedback. After the event, you can get a survey. You get a survey, send it across, and let people tell you how the event was today, how your speech impacted their life. They might tell you the negative aspect, which is, oh, your shirt was this, your shirt was that, your shirt was this. That's like a video for another day when you talk about the content-based audience and the appearance-based audience. There are some audience that are there to just check you out, while there are some that are there to get value. So that will be for like another day, right? Another day. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this episode, and I look forward to getting feedbacks from everyone of you, no matter how little it is. I think the feedback is very important. So give me your feedback, and I would really appreciate it.